So you want to learn about the Kentucky Bourbon Festival?
Sure.
You came to the right place. Get some popcorn or a bourbon.
No, get some bourbon.
Get some bourbon.
Get some popcorn.
And let's get at it. Welcome back to Barrel Man Drinks. I'm Oliver.
And I'm Christine.
And we went to the Kentucky Bourbon Festival for the very first time this year. And we got VIP, got really lucky. And so we wanted to kind of share our experience. If you guys have seen the videos, you saw the footage, us going around, doing different things, meeting people, having drinks. But this is really meant to help all of you that have never been to the Kentucky Bourbon Festival to really understand what to expect, right? So I'm going to go over a few things. Got my iPad because we don't have a teleprompter here. We're going to go over what we spent, how much it cost us, you know, being in Kentucky, being at the festival. Would we go back, right? And basically, should you guys go? And we'll give you some reasons why you should or shouldn't go based on our opinion. All right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start off with what we spent. So, travel expenses.
We flew.
We flew.
We typically drive.
We do drive. And,
but we're on a time crunch.
yeah, we had to get in and out. But that really didn't affect kind of what we decided to do. Yeah, because usually when we drive, I load up the car with a lot of bottles. But I had to be very, picky. I had to exercise restraint just because it wouldn't fit. And because I travel a lot, I usually use as a kind of a guiding principle what to buy and what not to buy in terms of quantity. So,
but you had me there.
yeah, we had extra space, but again, and I brought an extra luggage, so we had both of ours plus another. So I still had to manage space. But okay, let's talk about expenses. We flew, so that was about $650 for two tickets. No, two tickets total. It's like about $3 something each. So that was that. Our car cost us $200 to rent a car. So that's already like $800 that we typically save by just driving. And we just didn't drive this time, so.
Because time is money.
Yeah, I was busy. I went traveling immediately after. So the next thing was hotel. And hotel was a lot in the area. And it was a lot more for us for one reason. We had to leave a hotel because Christine found something she didn't like in the bed. And they wouldn't refund us, so it counted against us. So anyway, that was an expensive night.
I wasn't going to stay there.
She wasn't going to stay there.
I was not going to stay there.
And so, yeah, that was an expensive night. So anyway, the hotel was a lot for us. We actually spent $1,200. But in this case, we just changed hotels just to make Christine happy. Okay, so that was travel expenses. I don't usually include food in my travel expenses because you have to eat. No, you have to eat. I don't really count as against the day I'll have to eat anyway. So the next thing was the tickets. So I believe standard general admission tickets were $200, but we paid almost $700, right?
For the VIP?
Yeah, for VIP. Yeah.
The regular VIP?
The regular VIP, yeah. It came with stuff, right? But we'll talk about that. But the VVIP, the most expensive tickets, were $7,000. But that came with, I read it again, that came with like
a watch,
but also came with your accommodations, like a hotel.
Oh, it did?
It did, yeah. It came with in a shuttle, free shuttle. So I think.
Which hotel though? Not the one we were
No. It was like some, I don't know which hotel, but it was a hotel. I'm sure it was pretty nice based on the price. So that was the VVIP. We'll talk about what you got a little bit from that.
How many people got VVIP?
I think it was probably 10, maybe no more than 20. It wasn't a lot, yeah. So that was what we spent for that trip, and it was a lot of money, right? It was a lot of money. It was basically a vacation. And I almost canceled our trip to the festival in lieu of a cruise because work was somewhat stressful the past few months for both of us. And I was like, I need some sunshine. I'm not sure if I can go to Kentucky, stand in lines, do different things. I'm struggling, but in the end, I was still happy we went, but we'll talk about that. Let's talk about what you get from going to the festival, right?
I know what we got. We got into a bunch of lines.
True. In addition to that, we got swag. So let's get into the swag. All right, so swag. Let's look at the swag that you got from KYBF. And where's the bag that came with this? So you got a bag. If you got VIP, we got the enthusiast VIP. You basically scan at the VIP table and they give you your stuff. I guess based on your level, they give you certain stuff. So I think everybody got this bag. Maybe. Does it say enthusiast on it? No. It just is the bag. I think that's the bag you got. Then you got, not this Band-Aid.
Yeah, it does.
It does? Okay. So you got an
What are these
enthusiast.
things?
And it's like you're a traveler. Because, I have one of these for the airline I travel with. And then you got a t-shirt that said enthusiast. See a t-shirt? Didn't even have our sizes because we got there too late. This is just swag she got. This, in this blue box is a Crystal Glencairn. Right?
Yeah,
And then you got a little wee Glencairn. I don't even know where it's at.
it's over there.
In someplace.
You want me to get it?
Nah, it's just a little thing.
I
And then you got this little cute wood coin with a QR code. I don't even know what this
What's
is.
that for?
I don't know. This is just stuff we got. I'm just showing the stuff you get. And it's almost like I don't need swag anymore. When I was like a young techie guy and I used to go to these conferences, the tech conferences, I used to love getting the swag. Then I realized when I got into my 30s, I was like, I don't need swag
mess.
anymore. Because it's just I
mess
used to
around
get-
the house.
I used to get free shirts and stuff like that. And I wear, free polos and the standard tech guy polo with jeans on. And then you got this metal coin, which is kind of cool. Right?
What's that for?
I don't know. It's basically the reason they give you swag is
because
to
you
help you
paid
justify
The
the cost you spent.
$700?
Yeah, right. And this is a pen in here, which is supposed to be a nice pen. And the pen is like worth $30. I looked it up. I looked up how much this stuff is, right? And I think they tried their best to give you some nice things to make you feel good about your purchase, right? What else did you get? You got, with VIP, Bourbon in the Air. Bourbon in the Air is a preview event. That's the night before, the Thursday night.
Was there food there?
I think there was
We don't
food.
know.
We didn't go.
No, we didn't make it.
True.
Tell them.
We didn't make it because Thursday morning was too much fun in Louisville. So we just kind of chilled out the evening with the dinner and relaxed because we were tired.
Yeah.
But we should have went because you
Got your locker.
got your locker, you got your swag,
Wait,
you learned where
It
everything's
came
at.
with a locker, the price, right?
Yeah, it did
But
come.
because, but there was only a certain amount of lockers available. So,
for
because
VIP
we missed out on Bourbon
in the air.
in the Air, we didn't get a locker.
Yeah, no locker. So we paid for a locker. So we paid more. We paid more than the $700. So now we moved up a level. I'm kidding. It wasn't that high. I think the next level was a flask. The next level after that was a decanter. And again, the very highest, you got a watch
there was
at the hotel. Yeah, there were other ones.
Yeah.
We got the cheapest one. So what else did you get with that other than the swag? Got lounge access, basically.
Nice bathrooms.
So what did you get with the lounge?
Nice bathrooms.
You got nice bathrooms. I
AC.
don't have video of the bathrooms though.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
No, I don't.
You had access to the lounge itself, which had air conditioning. It had food. It had different drinks. It had probably three to four bars, like
Premium
three operating bars, right? Basically 2 cocktail bars and a premium pour bar. So the 2 cocktail bars were like serving a drink of the day. And I think the one in the back inside basically made you whatever you wanted. I think they were sponsored by Angel's Envy. Really good cocktails, really
they were
nice
great. The
bartenders, super sweet. One of them looked like an actress.
Was she?
It wasn't her. I mean, I don't think an actress is going to be working there, but
How do you know? Like maybe part-time.
No, I'm talking about one from Hollywood.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'll try to post it up, the video and the actress. Okay. And then there was what is it? The
Comfortable
special pours.
seats.
Well, the special pours. What was happening was like, I think the video I have has like different bottles showing. They had Parker's at one point. There was some Four Roses LE that we tried, the 2020 version. different bottles throughout the day, but they also had like stuff sitting there like 10-year Michter's Rye, bunch of different bottles. I mean, I took the opportunity to try different things I've never had before, like Mizorana blend. What else was there? Not the blends, but the Mizorana finished.
I was eating.
And Burana. So a bunch of bottles that I usually, or finishes I've never bought just because I wasn't sure if I'd like it or not. They always tend to be expensive. I basically tried there, which is fun. Okay, so you had seating, tables, etc. in this lounge. We spent a lot of time there, which was nice, because essentially you had food, you had a sitting area, you had AC, and you had drinks. And you basically just, you did that for a little bit, then we went out to visit some of the tents and then come back, sit a little bit. So that was nice. What else did you get? So we got early entrance, yeah.
We stood in a line to get in.
More lines.
To stand in more lines.
Everybody did this though, so it wasn't just, not everybody. Everybody that wanted to get there early. So VIP came with early entrance by an hour, so you got to go in at 11. But that meant you had to get in line really early. So
why?
To get in line for the more lines. So this is the advantage, of the early entrance. Is
so
that
you're saying there were some people that were in that VIP pre-line to get in that didn't get, let's say, VVS.
Yeah, so let's talk about that, right? That's something you got if you had VIP. You got to get in line, you got to get in early, and you got to get some bottles. So you got in early, basically, to get in line. And the first day, we didn't realize. We get to the hotel, we drop our stuff off, and then, we get in like an hour. It was like 10 o'clock. Yeah. We got in at 10 o'clock to the line. And we were told we were already late by the hotel people. And I'm like, really? VIP? So it was a shock to us. First time going, right? Rookie mistake. We get in, and there's 400 people in front of us. 400 people in VIP in front of us. At least 400. I counted maybe 450, so it was that range. So that said, you got in line, right? And you got in line to get another line. Lucky for us, the people in front of us were there the night before for Bourbon in the Air. And so they knew where to go. And if you are ever interested in the rare bottles that you get from Kentucky, Heaven Hill is usually like king of rare bottles that people hunt for or get in line for and all that jazz, right? I'm not saying it's the best bottle to get. I'm just saying it's the one that people get in line for and probably goes like for the highest secondary, right? And so they're the most sought after just because of value. Now, we're gonna pull some bottles out and we're just gonna show you what we got. And we're gonna talk about how you can get them, right? And so pull those. What is this? Cellar Age. And since I'm pulling this out in practice, we're gonna pull those out, honey.
All of them?
Yeah.
Even these guys?
All those, yeah. We got all those that weekend. So we're gonna talk about the bottles that we got for the weekend. So it's kind of a Kentucky Bourbon Festival haul or weekend haul. And
How? Let's do it by order.
No, just pull it out. Just pull it out. We'll just figure it out. Sorry, guys. Sorry. There you go. And the pen. All right. Can you guys see that? Okay. So, yes, I guess decent haul, Cellar Age 2025, Old Forester 117s, a Green River ceramic. This is Hardin's Creek, the VVS, still in the bag. VVS Penelope 16-year single barrel rye, the Jim Beam pin, and the Parkers. So getting in early got you this, and this. And then maybe we did get in early. And the rest of these guys we got in Louisville or around, right? So this we picked up at Beam. So you picked this up at the distillery. You didn't have to go to the festival. We got one at the festival too. And then We got this Hardin's Creek at the festival. I think you could probably get that at the distillery if you wanted to. This was at the Green River Experience in Louisville. Yeah, and I think I said these. You got these in Louisville. So this is extra old and the bonded rye. We got this at Liquor Bar Express. Yeah, so let's start pulling things off because you could got this at the distillery. Put that to the side. Right. This you didn't get at the festival, so it doesn't count. These two guys, again, got at Liquor Barn. Get these out of the way. Now you're down to these guys. Right? Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure this will be available at the distillery if it wasn't already that weekend. I don't know. This was kind of I didn't buy a lot at the festival. You're going to find out soon enough, right? So, it was kind of a FOMO buy. So we'll get this out of the way.
That was a what buy?
FOMO. Because I didn't buy a lot.
I thought we were supposed to exercise restraint.
I know, and I didn't at that moment, so it just happens. All right, so now this guy was released every morning that weekend at the distillery.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, if
you didn't have to pay $700.
Yeah, you didn't have to wait in line. Well, you had to wait in line, but you didn't have to go to the festival. You could save yourself
$1 or $2.
A couple, at least $200.
Or $700.
Yeah, so you could have got this at the distillery. We got this at the festival, and I mean, yeah, but you could have easily picked this up. And by the way, they have tours at Maker's Mark for cellar age, and basically you can get a bottle that way too. So, yeah, you didn't really have to be at the show for this. So now we put this aside. Now we got these guys. Right. So I think the one I was like literally the happiest to pick up was this guy. This Penelope 16-year single barrel rye estate collection. Because I can't even find this anywhere. So this is like the one I'm happy to pick up at the festival because I couldn't find it. We had to get to it early. It sells up pretty quickly. I'm not sure if they have more than 2 cases. They don't have a lot. So we grabbed this, me and Brett. We met some people online, hung out with them all day on Saturday. And then we did get in early and we got these guys. So this is what you get with VIP. You got this, right? And if you want to do math, you can do math, right? The secondary would be the same, basically, right? And so
same or even less.
Even less, maybe you save money if you didn't have to, like, if you really went, and we'll talk about this later, just to get bottles, it wasn't cost effective, right? So there's a lot of great bottles there. We tried a lot, but like I said, we only could carry so much home. But yeah, this is basically the bottles you got. I just wanted to quickly go through and say, hey, this is the haul. Here's the bottles. Was this worth the trip? I don't think this is the reason we went. We went for other reasons. So, okay, let's get this out of the way and keep on talking.
Are we opening these guys up?
Not today. Not today.
Oh.
We just cracked them. We just have the upward to 25. So
25.
All right. So this is the 25 cellar age, which actually is really nice. I think what happened was the 24 was a bit over oaked for a lot of people. Just people weren't just used to older makers.
I wasn't a fan of 24.
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, if you're a fan of
you like wood. Oak.
So yeah, if you like an oaky, you'll like 24. If you want it slightly sweeter, this tastes younger. It's going to be sweeter. It's less oaky. So anyway, cheers, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, that's pretty good, sweet. But I think we tried this against Lost Recipe. Lost Recipe is pretty good.
I think I like Ross Recipe.
Lost Recipe? Like
Lost
Scooby-Doo?
Recipe.
You Scooby-Doo?
Lost Recipe better than this. Because Price-wise, I didn't have to wait in line.
Yeah, because I went to Costco to pick it up.
Yeah. Went to Costco to pick it up. You can get a rotisserie chicken and toilet paper in bulk along with it.
Yep.
See?
Yeah. So you saw the bottles, the trick, even with VIP, because I know a lot of VIPs that didn't even get a nice bottle or get the VVS, right? I think they were going to get cellar aged, either going to the distillery or maybe just going midday, because makers and other places dropped dropped stuff throughout the day, so they had times. What else did you get coming in early? So there was other releases, and what we learned that weekend was the VVIP got in 20 minutes earlier.
So they got everything.
So if you're a VVIP, you got in 20 minutes before VIP. And there were some even more special bottles that we didn't even see. Cathedral, Bardstown Cathedral got released.
I think that wood made
from Notre Dame.
Not from Notre Dame. It's the same wood.
The same wood that they
used
in Notre Dame.
In
yeah.
The Cathedral.
So, yep. And then there was Birthday Bourbon, 25.
Yum.
There was some other stuff. Oh, KC21, but I think you could have gotten that just right VIP if you went there first. So I think that was part of the trick of like being VIP. You had to know where you wanted to go, right? And going the bourbon in the air gave you kind of an idea to scope out where to go. Because if you didn't...
Wait, how many birthday bourbons did they have?
I think there was only like a case.
What's a case?
Like, birthday bourbons by 6.
Oh, when case, when you say case, I'm thinking like
briefcase?
No, like 24. That's a case.
Yeah, and beer.
Oh, but not bourbon?
No.
A case is 6?
Because they're wide.
Okay.
Birthday bourbon's wide, so it's going to take up more space.
Okay, so that's a case, 6.
Yeah, 6 in a case. So
only 6 people.
I think 6 to 12 each morning, maybe. That's what I don't know. I didn't get in early enough,
so
right?
So if you doubled up and brought your significant other or friend, then you possibly could have gotten 2.
Yeah, and if you had somebody with you. If you were that highest $7,000 one, you could get in and get anything, right? Because there's no line in front of you. When you're later in line, this is why people were essentially going in really early. We know people or heard of people going in to VIP at midnight.
Oh, to be first?
Because if you think about it, and again, those are the people that the bottles were the reason for going, right? I guess. Get in at midnight and basically wait all night, and then you get in early. If you're the first in line to Heaven Hill, you're grabbing that bottle, you just no wait. So now you still have like 59 minutes ahead of everybody. And that's how like the VVIPs got everything, basically. Think about it. Get in line, 2 minutes for Heaven Hill. Get into Maker's Mark for Cellar Age. Again, no line, right? Birthday Bourbon, Cathedral. So you're able to gather all these in the first 20 minutes because that's fast, right? Because there's nobody in front of you. So you're basically, speed checking out of everything. So I'm not saying that $7K was worth it, but whoever paid that, paid it because they could afford it. It's not a big deal to pay $7K, right?
Because they can.
But they also got the good bottles. The first people online that stayed at midnight did the same thing, right?
Did they get a birthday bourbon?
Yeah, basically, if you went there first, basically, if you went to get your birthday bourbon first, you got it first, right?
And how many VVIP?
I think there had to be no more than 10 and 20, like literally.
Okay.
So, and again, anybody paying that much, unless they're local, are probably flying, so they're not going to have unlimited space, and maybe they'll ship it back. Who knows? So that was what you got getting in early. There were options of different bottles. Like I said, that Penelope was one of the first things we like beelined it there. Me and this other guy picked that up real quick, and then went into the Heaven Hill line. Got into Maker's Mark to get that. So, yeah, a lot of lines. Basically, you're going for lines. And that's what the Bourbon the Air gave you, is a recon of what's where, getting your lockers and other things. So now the question is, who should go, right? I think if you're going to have a good time and hang out with people, so the first day was stressful for me, meaning I kind of looked at it as my standard, weekend hunt weekend, whatever weekend in Kentucky that we do. You see the videos, right?
And I was cranky, and I kept telling him, "I'm like, another line."
Yeah, she was hot.
I kept going,
I'm
hot.
She wore jeans on the hottest day of the weekend for some reason.
Know.
She's trying to look cute.
No, I thought we were gonna go in and change in the when we checked in, and then we went. Oh wait, we're going. So yeah, so I got this, and I was where my fans at.
Yeah, so
where my fans at.
Yeah, we basically got in a bunch of lines, and I felt like we paid VIP. And we're like, I'm still staying in lines. I was like, it was bothering me that I spent, it's because I get in lines just to go to Kentucky, which is fine. But that's the line we do. We pick up a nice bottle and we're off doing fun things, right? We spend most of the time doing fun things. And we left day one with just the 2 bottles, the 2 VVSs. And I was pretty disappointed, right? The next day, we met, she was running around, but I met a few people in line. And we hung out with, if you watch the second video that we posted on the festival, hung out with Brett and Sarah the whole day. And that was just fun. Yeah. They were VIP, right? And so we got in line together. We held lines for each other. We went to cocktails. We went to the lounge.
You spoke to them, the people around you in line, in the pre-line.
The pre-line.
The entire time. And I was cranky the day before, and I'm like, I'm not standing in lines anymore. So I ran.
She was running Saturday morning.
7 1-mile loops.
Who saw Christine running?
If you saw someone circling around 7 times.
No, that's good. There are people, a lot of you guys recognize Christine running, which is great.
There were a few people that did. Yeah. They yelled out to me.
And someone shared their birthday bourbon they won from Old Forester with me. Because they saw Christine running and said, "Hey, where's Oliver?" And you said, "Oliver," and she called me down and shared. So thank you. That was very generous. And but yeah,
I was like, I'm not standing in this line. I have to do something. I also had to get a run in because we didn't get my run in on Thursday.
That's what you just talked about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, did we?
We were just talking about it. So she got her run in, but we met people and hung out. We stopped trying to, at least I stopped caring about the bottles. We got some bottles, yes. But I stopped caring about getting the bottles.
We were like, we're going to make the most of this.
Yeah. Well, we just met really cool people and just hung around. And for me, it was basically vacation. And this is where, if you're wondering if VIP is worth it, it just depends on how you like the vacation. So we like to vacation we like to people watch on vacation. And we like to lounge. Even if we're on a cruise, right? Even if we were at Disney, at parks, or we're like traveling to some city.
We're lounging with good people.
Good people, lounging in chairs, people watching, talking, right? And so we met a bunch of good people. We spent the whole day with Brett and Sierra, and we just did things that we do on vacation. And I felt like it was vacation. There was no stress. Yeah, we got some bottles. We got the bottles early because we were there earlier. We got in even earlier, right? Yeah. And so when you're getting your bottles, and instead of waiting an hour and a half in line for the first bottle, you're waiting in line for what, 20 minutes maybe? Yeah.
And it wasn't as hot.
And so it just became vacation. And so we would go out, try to get a bottle, no bottle, oh well, right? Smoke some cigars, have some cocktails, meet more people. Go back to the lounge, get some drink, get some eats, relax, meet more people. That's when like the VIP was very much worth it to me, right? Mainly because the people we were hanging out with had VIP. So it made it a lot easier. So knowing that, right? And I know some people, it was hard to get VIP. We talked to a lot of people in line. Maybe 1% of the whole group got VIP sometimes.
Oh, yeah. The guy on the first day, his buddies were in the general admission line.
Yeah, exactly. So he was kind of taking advantage of
He had to hang out with us.
A little bit. But yeah, so if you have people to hang out with in VIP, it's very much worth it, right? Because you're all going back, because you don't want to leave your friends outside while you're going, I'm going to go to AC and use the bathroom, go to the porta potty. I mean, that's horrible, right? So you don't want to do that. So I think you have to be with a crew to kind of pull that off. Because if you're with friends and you're the ones with VIP, kind of is But yeah, we got lucky. We got lucky and met some cool people and really enjoyed the second day. Unfortunately, we didn't go Sunday, the third day, because we had a flight out and I was already out of room. So no need to go get more bottles.
He was exercising restraint.
I did exercise restraints, and we had to get back. I mean, we had work. I had work to deal with, and then travel to get ready for. So, but yeah, so for us, going for the bottles alone is not worth it. That was kind of gravy, if you will, right? Getting the bottles was gravy.
What do you mean?
It was like icing on the cake. It was extra. It was nice to get. It wasn't.
Is that what that means? It's gravy?
Yeah. So, yeah, I think if you go for the experience, you go for the memories, you go to have fun. I mean, we met a bunch of people that recognized us. That was probably the coolest thing. I mean, we really felt the love and the community of the channel, right? We kind of do this. We'd stare at a camera and we're talking. We respond back to like comments, but to see you guys in person is awesome, right? So thank you so much for kindness, kind words, and the smiles. So, but we also made a lot of friends, right? Which is cool. So going back to Kentucky, we're gonna call some people, even people across the country, Idaho, California, wherever. We got people to call now when we're visiting. Yep. So yeah, I think that was an awesome thing. Is like a bunch of bourbon enthusiasts getting together and just making new friends, right? Because that's what this community is about, right? Bourbon, whiskey is about people and sharing and friends. So that was awesome. Yeah, so if you want to go for that, it's a good reason to go to KWBF.
It's a good time.
If you want VIP, to me, VIP is kind of just this cost thing. If you care about, getting your money's worth, and, I had to think about this because I had to treat something like a vacation versus, value, then it tends to be a bit easier, at least for me, to make decisions. So the example I thought of in my head is when we go cruising, we generally, I generally get a balcony. And it does cost more, and you could argue, hey, you're going to go upstairs to the deck and see the water. But for me, waking up or in the middle of the day or at sunset, having the shades drawn, the door open to the balcony, me sitting in that bed or couch, just listening to the waves, that is worth it for me, right? I mean, value-wise, it probably doesn't make sense, but for me personally, it's worth it. And,
Is that your favorite part of the cruise?
It really is.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You know what mine is?
What's that?
My favorite part of a cruise is when you, what do you call it? When you stop at a port and then everyone gets off the boat and they say, okay, you got to make it back to the boat at a certain time. We always make it back before that certain time, but there's always people that do not. So we grab a drink, we wait outside, and it's a thing. Other people are out there waiting for the stragglers to come in.
And run towards the ship before it leaves.
Everyone has a drink, and everyone's just, you cheer them on. You see them, we're like, oh, we got one. There's another one, and they're about to, right? The ship's about to leave.
They're pulling the gangway.
And so you see people running down this dock, and we're screaming at them, run! You can do it! You can! Yeah, that's my favorite part of the cruise, watching the people almost get left behind. I know, it's kind of bad. Is that cruel?
No, not really.
It's entertaining. They all made it.
Who else does this? Who out there has been on a cruise and done this, and who's actually missed it? Who's actually missed a cruise?
If you haven't done it, you're missing out. You need to get to the boat early, grab a drink, and wait on that side of the ship where you can see the people running back to the boat.
Yeah. So, all that to say, going back to my balcony, is that you have to kind of value understand that you're going to spend money for a good time, right? And so VIP for us was spending more to have access to the lounge. The hour early was both a benefit and a curse, right? I couldn't hit up distilleries in the morning because I had to get in early in line. So I felt that held me back in getting or checking out places. Anyway, the lounge is worth it for relaxation. Again, Christine got her bathrooms. That was the main reason. I thought I was spending $700 in tickets just for the bathrooms for her, but really there was more to it. And the food was better than cruise buffet. Better than cruise buffet. So the food was excellent.
That was good.
Props to the festival team and the catering team for keeping the food fresh. They kept coming in and out with it. It wasn't your standard, buffet where things get dried out. They were keeping it fresh. So I thought they did a good job there, and the pours were great. The bartenders were great. So for me, that was worth it. It made it like a vacation. Without that, it would not be a vacation. I don't think we'd find the moment to just relax, enjoy people, time, etc. in that same format. So, yeah. And then, so if you're just going for bottles, if you're going for bottles, you're not going to have as much fun, is what I'll say, right? I don't think, and if you're going to be that guy, you're probably going to be the person that gets in really early. And there's nothing wrong with this, by the way. We got in line way early in a lot of distilleries, so I don't think there's anything wrong here. But you're probably going to get in line really early, right? And you're going to get...
For VIP?
Yeah, VIP. Because if you're in early, you're going to be able to get all the bottles or even circle back, right?
But at that point, would buying secondary just be the same price?
No.
When you add up the 700?
No. Here's why. Like I said, if you're getting in at midnight and you're the first VIP in after the VVIP, you're circling back in line for another VVS because there's no limits. They didn't scan you or anything, right? And so if you're able to get a VVS...
They didn't?
No, they just paid. Well, you don't know. I paid for everything. So she just smiled at everybody. So you just paid. Basically, to give you a total. If you're two of you, they let you pay together, which was nice. Usually at the distillery, you have to pay separately. Different credit cards, different ID, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, together we just goes, two. And I paid for two together. So if you were early...
I paid for nothing.
Yeah, you could probably have gotten two, at least, if not three VVS's in one day.
Oh, okay.
Right? And then so you're asking, right, is it for the bottles? So then you have to ask yourself, is it worth it to get there at midnight or 2 in the morning or whatever? We were basically having nice dinners after the festival, right? We had some omakase, had Cuban that one night. So we found good food and enjoyed that and enjoyed our time in the area. But, if you want to go hard, I get it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Go hard or go home.
Right? And you could have gotten 3 bottles of Old Fitz, 2 bottles of Maker's Cellar Age.
You
could have got all that stuff. And then, is it worth it? Then yeah. That's for you to decide, right? If that's what you're going there for. And I wasn't sure what I was going there for personally. I knew we were going because we have a whiskey channel on YouTube, so we felt compelled to go.
Well, what is this thing, the media pass thing?
I don't know. I don't know anything about that media pass. But
could we have gotten one of those, or is that something you have to apply for?
I don't know if anybody watches our channel. Meet us. We saw Zach from Bourbon Kingdom. He's talked to us and he commented on our first video, the Kentucky Bourbon Festival video.
Oh, cool.
So thanks Zach. Sorry for calling you guys a junkies. I was drinking too much. Anyway, if you guys are just
he had a VIP pass.
I don't know who had what. I didn't see anybody.
What does that get you?
I don't know. I guess you went early.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I don't know if it gets you into VIP though. So that's the thing, right? I think you still need VIP. If I got a media pass and you couldn't get a VIP, would you be happy? No.
See? I need that bathroom.
Yeah. So anyway, so that is it, and that's what you get, right? If you're going for bottles, sure, VIP might be worth it if you're going to put in the time and effort to get the bottles. If you're looking for a good time, VIP made it more relaxing, gave us the things that we look for in a vacation to relax. So it allowed us to relax and get out of the heat or out of the rain or just be in a nice kind of quiet area, right? It was more quiet than outside. But if You know, if you're going for bottles, you can get these bottles at the distillery. You can just get in line, not pay any money to get into the festival. That's what we did last year. And we got all the fine bottles too. So you can get these bottles, it's a different way. And so the last question I was asked in some comments is, would we go again? I say yes. I say yes because we had such a good time on our last day there.
The first day wasn't so bad either.
It
was just hot. I was hot and cranky.
We were learning, trying to figure things out, right? And hopefully we
now that we know, we know what to do.
We know what to do, and hopefully what we talked about during this episode helps you guys understand what to expect and what to do.
So next year we're gonna get that VVIP pass and get us a watch, right?
No.
Because that Oris, that was one of their watches is the official watch of Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
And Kermit the Frog. There's the Kermit the Frog watch.
That's nice. All right.
VVIP next year.
Nope.
Go hard or go home, right?
Go
Isn't
home.
that what we say?
Yeah, go home then. All right, guys. Let us know in the comments. Have you guys been to KYBF? Are you going back? Were you just there? Anything to add in the comments, let us know. Hope this was helpful. Hey, thank you as always for sticking along with us, especially in a long video like this.
Like, get to the point, man. Are you going to go? Was it worth it?
Yeah, so.
Long-winded. And then we went this. And then we did this.
That's, yeah. Let us know about the video, too. I kind of just did a lot of POV walking around. I figured a lot of people, people said they'd never go to the festival anyway, so kind of walking around, just showing everything. It was a POV type of video, so let me know what you thought about that, guys. Anyway, thanks again. Yeah, like and subscribe, please, if you haven't done so yet. Appreciate that. And you guys, have a good night. Cheers.